Welcome for this 10 minutes introduction to what we call the P-Model. I'm working at Santander Consumer Bank as an agile coach, and I got this very good question some time ago. Dear Jesper, how do you make workshops? How do you plan your meetings? What are you doing? And I said, in principle, I'm just doing it, and that is not an answer. So now I'll in 10 minutes give you a more proper answer on this. So let's go for it. This is actually an overview of this so-called P-model that I created. You probably already recognize that the P stands for the starting word for all these different steps. And there are some steps here, and I will go through all the details shortly. Purpose, people, passion, and so on. And normally speaking, this is a logical order you can do when you do planning of workshop, meetings, bigger events, and even other things, and I will return to that shortly. But this is iterative in the way that you can switch between whatever you want and jump around. And this is also embracing actually planning workshop with others. So that's also the idea. But let's get started. I promise you they will be kept in 10 minutes. So let's take for the first P, and you can see the circles here, so you can see where we are in the model. And you can get a copy of this PowerPoint afterwards, so you can look at detail afterwards. But the first one, and that is for everything we do. What's the purpose? What is the goal? Why are we doing this? What is the reason? What is the vision? What is the direction? And what is the sub-goal? So that it's important to ask yourself this question before you even consider doing a workshop or a meeting or event. And on this screen, so I will show you, of course, the template here is there's a title, there's the key element of this, and there's some tips. I will not in this short presentation go through all the tips, but remember this is the purpose. The P stands for purpose. Why are you doing this? That's the first P. The next one, everything starts and stops with people. Without people, you get no results. You cannot reach any goals. So consider very strongly who should join the workshop and why should they join. Why should they participate? What should they deliver? What should their role be in this session you're planning for? That's important because what triggers people, what motivates people is the meaning of why they're there, the reason why they're there. So consider which people to include and why to include them. That is also very important. Passion. Everybody has a passion, as I mentioned just before. Motivation starts with making things meaningful. So what is the passion? Why should people join this? What's in it for them? What can they achieve by this? They use maybe 1 or 2 hours together with you, but what is the why for them? What is their personal why? You can say, consider the passion for the people that you like to join your workshop or event or whatever. Then every meeting, every workshop have some sort of result or product or something. What you're going to achieve something by having this. It doesn't mean a physical, tangible product. It could also be team building. It could be creating a vision. It could be considering values. It could be a lot of things. But talk about what do you hope to deliver by this event, this workshop or meeting. That is the P stands for product. Then of course, every meeting, every workshop have a process. There's a logical order in a workshop. You're starting up, having some content discussion, making some result, whatever. So consider what sort of process will you like to use. What is the most effective process for you in this workshop, in this event? How will you actually execute this workshop? That is what you discuss here in this area with yourself or with the team that prepare this workshop together with you. Then when you have decided on the purpose, the people, the passion, the product, and the process, there's a lot of practical things. You should have a meeting room. You should invite people. There may be some other logistics that you should consider. So prepare all the practical stuff because it's so important that this is in place, because then you can relax or actually enjoy the workshop and be present in the workshop. So prepare and be practical as soon as possible. So that's important also. Then of course, suddenly the days arrive where you have your workshop, your meeting, your event. So now it's time to do it. Just do it and enjoy it as a right here. And talk about what I just said before regarding prepare. If you are well prepared, if you're considered the known and unknown and have a plan A, B, and C, you can actually enjoy it and be present and get also for your part, embrace your passion for this workshop. So this is just doing as this commercial shows from Nike. Then actually in after the workshop, after the meeting, after the event, you probably have some ideas. This product or what you're producing, the goal you want to achieve, should last more than just the workshop. So how do you plan for momentum? How do you plan for the benefit realization? How do you actually plan for that? What can you do? Even maybe also in the workshop, consider how to keep this alive afterwards. So that's the P for plan here. And there's a lot of knowledge out there regarding how to make workshops, how to select the right process and so on. So embrace and steal with pride the best practice you see around you. So there could be some extra practice that you would like to include in your workshop, event or meeting here also. Last but not least, the meeting, the workshop, the event is about something, but there will also probably in the good dialogue and discussion come a lot of other issues that could also be interesting to use time on. But be aware of you have a goal, you have a scope, you have an idea of what should be part of your promise that this workshop should go for a specific product. So that will be something that you have to park, but park this in a way so people are confident this is not forgotten. This will be used later on, or maybe have another workshop for that. But have a parking lot so you visualize what you're parking in the workshop. So this was in a very fast track, the P model with all these different P's. Let's come with an example here. Actually, when I planned for presenting this P model in my network group, I actually, of course, used my P model to plan that. And this is just some example. I think the purpose of this one with you guys and also in this workshop is to introduce the P model. That is the purpose. Get some feedback, of course not here because this is a video, but in the network meeting, I will get some feedback on what is working, what's not working, get some inspiration to make it even better. So this was my brainstorm of the purpose of doing this presentation. Who should join? In this case, the network members. What's the passion? What do I think the passion should be? The passion should hopefully be that you save some time, and also for my part, I like to share. So this is the passion for me, and people will get a simple checklist to save time. So that's the passion, and you can see the idea here. This is my planning for that. And another example, without going into detail, because I promise you only 10 minutes introduction here. This is actually how to plan a network meeting. Who to invite, who to select subject, why should they join, what do you deliver in this network meeting, and so on. Another a little bit funny example is actually if you plan for a reunion party from your high school or whatever, then you can also use of that. And it may be even more funny, just to say that this PPP model is not just for workshop and meetings. I have a personal mission statement as a person, so you can see I have a purpose, a goal, what in everything I do. And my mission is follow me, I'm right behind you. That's me. And then I'm playing some role, addressing this goal. I'm a father, I'm a spouse, and I'm a coach. So this could also be used, as a structured way of considering other things and not just workshop and events. If you got interested and like to know more, I've made a lot of templates. You see I made a template here in Microsoft Whiteboard. So you can just use it directly, but I also made in Excel and Word and so on, and in a tool called Simple Mind. Return to me if you like some more. I hope you by this fast-track introduction got a good idea of what this checklist for workshopping an event called P-Model, how this works. So thank you very much for joining.